Hello, this is Sanjay Vijayakumar, and welcome to a new lesson on organization levels and career progression through levels. A startup is a group of people coming together to achieve a goal that you cannot achieve individually. And when this group of people come together and it grows, it becomes what is called a business organization. And as you've learned previously, each organization has 10 steps in its journey and it goes through three stages. And as the organization grows to its later business or transition stages, it requires more number of people. And the moment you have more number of people, the organization starts having what is known as levels of hierarchy. This is very important to understand that most organizations have three kinds of decision making. One, the strategic or long term decisions. Two, the tactical or medium term decisions. And three, the operational or day to day decisions. Let me try to explain this to you on how the structures work. So, if you take a look at the right side, the unstructured, semi structured, structured, the problems that the top management deals with, for example, if you ask your team lead, what's our graduation outcome 6 months or 1 year from now? It's an unstructured problem, like you don't know. The outcome is ambiguous. Whereas if you ask a middle management question like, how do we get to an outcome? The answer is fairly simple. Select an idea, build a prototype, get customer validation, and at that point, the answer will reveal itself. Or if you ask a lower level question, an operational level question saying, what do we have to do this week? Your targets that has been assigned by the platform clearly describes what is the target that to be achieved. So these three levels of problems have to be dealt together. And by building a startup, you mimic some of these things that large organizations go through in just four or five of people. If you know how your career will progress 10 years from now, you will start picking up the skills that are required early on, whether it's for your company or whether it's for working in some other company. And the type of people that you will hire or that others will hire you for depends on two key skill sets. One is your culture fit, and the second is your job related skills. In terms of culture, there are mostly three kinds of people: people who are pioneers, people who are settlers, and people who are town planners. This is just an example to kind of let you know the way people think. Some people like to go where almost nothing exists, they like the new. Some people are settlers where they build on the basics that the pioneers have set up. And then comes town planners who like to design systems for large scale. Organizations will need different kinds of people at different stages of growth. So, in your early stages, you need pioneers. In your middle stages, you need settlers. And your late stages, you need town planners. So, this is regarding the cultures fit. With regards to your job skills in software product startups, three key tracks are important: the product, the engineering, and the design track. And in the next few slides, I'll show you how these levels change. For a product manager, you start at an entry level by just looking at your own work. But as you move to the middle level, between 3 to 5 years of experience, you start managing people. You become a product manager where you have more junior people under you. And then as you move from years 5 to 10, you become head of the company. That is where you convert your product technical skills to business skills of generating revenues and profits and return on investment. Same is the case with design engineers. You start with a design engineer, eventually to become a team lead where you manage a team of people, eventually to go to the leadership level where you again have to figure out what is the revenues, profits, and what is the business numbers looking like. And if you're becoming a software product engineer, you start being an individual entry level developer, eventually in 3 to 5 years to manage a team of people, and then in 5 to 10 years to become like the head of a company where you look at leadership level decision making. All of these three layers put together in a single slide look something like this, where eventually you will move up from an entry level to a middle level to a leadership level. And whether you are working in startups or whether you're working in established companies, you will require people with skills for all the three levels. If the eventual work is to go up the chain, you will need to work on some fundamental skills that are required. And these are communication skills, leadership skills, and technical skills. And all three need to work at the same time. If you can't develop communication skills, you will not be able to manage teams, or at leadership level, you'll not be able to communicate with investors. If you don't have leadership skills of managing team, you will be stuck at an entry level. And if you don't have technical skills, you'll obviously never progress in your life. So without all the three skill sets, you will get stuck at some point and will not further progress. And a great way of picking up these skills is by building your own startup where you start understanding both strategic decisions, tactical decisions, and day to day decisions all at the same time. A good way to look at this is to see how Messi started playing very young and eventually started becoming one of the best players in the world. So, as you guys start up really young and start picking up these skills which are required all through your life, we wish you all the best, long live, and prosper.